Hi and welcome to my charged up Crusader Domination guide. In this guide we will be discussing skills, passives, paragons and gearing. Keep in mind this is a guide, and if you have any personal preferences, please incorporate them into your build. This guide will be made into segments. You can click on the topic you want to watch. First off, we'll be doing paragons. Second, skills and runes. Third, passives. Fourth, gearing. And fifth, gameplay. For your core Paragon points, you should get your 15% movement speed. I have 11% movement speed on my boots, allowing me to only have to put in 4%. For the rest of your points, you'll be putting them into either strength or vitality. If you have plenty of toughness, put them into strength. If you don't have enough toughness, put them into vitality. Offensive paragons are very debatable on what to put them in. Personally, I prefer cooldown reduction first, as Crusaders rely heavily on cooldowns. After cooldown reduction, you will put your points into critical hit chance for the most DPS gain. After 400 Paragon, critical hit damage has more benefits for you, unless you have over 300%, so check your stats. Your defensive points are pretty self-explanatory. You'll be putting your points into resist all, helping you gain the most damage reduction against elite spells. After resist all, armor gives you the most damage reduction and toughness. If you are over 400 Paragon level, life and life regen are very similar, so pick whatever's best for you. For your utility points, there are really only two good options: life on hit or area damage. If you are struggling to survive or you have low toughness, choose life on hit. Otherwise you will want to put your points into area damage. The first skill I use is Fist of Heavens. I personally feel this has the best DPS output for higher torments. You have two rune options for this skill. If you have plus holy damage, you will use Divine Well rune. And if you run plus lightning damage like I am, you will use Fissure. The second skill I use is Law of Valor. This passively gives you attack speed, as well as on activation gives you the rune effect and increases yours and your party's attack speed even more. With this skill I am running the critical rune because I have a Khan's 3-piece and the Braces Reaper's Wraps for Wrath regen. If you do not have those items, you will use Unstoppable Force rune. It will make your Fist of Heavens cost almost nothing, and it will help your burst. The third skill I use varies. If I am farming rifts or ubers, I use Bombardment with the Impactful rune. This helps me do large amounts of damage and burst for elites and bosses. Although when I'm farming bounties or anything I need mobility for, I use Steed Charge with the Endurance rune so that it lasts longer. The next skill I use I feel is a must: Provoke with Charged Up rune. It is arguably our best skill. Not only does it restore your wrath, but taunted enemies take 50% bonus of all your damage as plus lightning damage. It simply dominates. The next skill is Heaven's Fury with Blessed Ground rune. I feel that this skill is a great damage dealer for elites and trash. The reason I chose Blessed Ground over Ascendancy rune is due to the fact that the dot it leaves on the ground also procs with Provoked Charged Up. The last skill I use is Akarat's Champion. This cooldown is amazing. When active, you cannot die, and with the Rune Rally, all damage has a chance to reduce the cooldown of skills. With all the damage I put out as well as the 50% bonus damage from Provoked Charged Up, my skills come off cooldown almost instantaneously while I have this cooldown active. The first passive I use is a must for all Crusaders. Heavenly Strength allows you to use two-handed weapons while equipping a shield, and considering most of our attacks do weapon damage, the two-handed weapon is your best bet. The second passive skill I use is Righteousness. Righteousness not only gives you a larger Wrath pull, it also increases your Wrath regeneration on your auto attacks. The third passive I use is Wrathful. It is personally one of my favorite Survivability passives. For every point of wrath I spend with my Fist of Heavens, it heals me for a certain amount, and that amount can be increased by 1% of my Healing Globe bonus healing. The last passive I chose was Divine Fortress. You can choose from many other defensive passives here. My shield has a large block chance, making Divine Fortress give me 3 million toughness on its own. You should go and have a look at Vigilant and Hold Your Ground, and see which one gives you the most toughness for you. If you have plenty of toughness, you can put in here Finery. For gearing your Crusader, you'll need certain stats on certain items. For your Helm, you want Strength, Vitality, Crit Chance, or a Socket. If you're lucky and you get an Andariel's Visage with plus lightning damage, you can roll one of the other access stats into either Strength or Vitality if they're missing. Shoulders, you'll want Strength, Vitality, All Resists, and Armor. Chest, you'll want Strength, Vitality, All Resists, and 3 sockets. For your belt, you'll want Strength, Vitality, All Resists, Armor, and if you can, get your hands on a Thundergod's Vigor. You should use that belt over anything else. Legs, you want Strength, Vitality, All Resists, and 2 sockets. For boots, you want Strength, Vitality, All Resists, and Armor. Braces, you want Strength, Vitality, Crit Chance, and plus lightning damage, and if you can, get yourself a pair of Reaper's Wraps. For gloves, you'll want Strength, Vitality, Crit Chance, Crit Damage. Rings, you want Strength, Vitality, Crit Chance, and Crit Damage, and you'll definitely want to get yourself a Ring of Royal Grandeur. Amulet, you want Strength, Crit Chance, Crit Damage, and plus lightning damage. For a weapon, you just want a high DPS two-handed weapon with Strength and a socket, and if you can, get yourself plus lightning damage on it. And for your shield, you want Strength, Vitality, Crit Chance, and hopefully if you can, a bonus block chance. If you couldn't keep up with what I was saying, there will be a comprehensive list in the description of the video that will outline all the stats that you need for your gear. And now it's time for some gameplay. Watch me own it up in Torment 3 and Torment 4.
Work it, make it harder, faster, makes us stronger. Work it, make it harder, makes us power. Work it, make it harder, faster, makes us stronger. Work it, make it harder, makes us power. Work it, make it harder, faster, makes us stronger. Work it, make it harder, work it. Make it better, do it faster, makes us stronger, more than ever. Power after power, work is never over. Work it harder, make it better, do it faster, makes us stronger, more than ever. Power after, you got the epic mother. Work it. Makes us power. Work it, make it harder, faster, makes never, 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 never.